Thank you for tuning in to the Keeping It Real with KC podcast, a no judgment zone podcast that covers lifestyle, entertainment, news, and sports. Even though KC doesn't watch sports, but these are minor details. By the way, he reads tarot cards too. Yes, I really mean it. He reads tarot cards too. And now, the host you've tuned in for, KC Phoenix.
Pisces, you are up for the December 2021 Tarot Energy Reading. Before I go any further, kirwkc.com, main podcasting platform. This podcast is carried on Apple, Spotify, Google, iHeartRadio, Pandora, Overcast, Bullhorn, Amazon Music, Audible, and several other podcasting platforms. Please feel free to listen to this podcast on whatever platform is most convenient for you. KIRWKC on all the social media platforms. As for this reading, this will be a short reading. I'm doing it a little bit different from the way I've done my other readings. I have 5 decks here, and I plan on pulling 1 card from each deck. Now, if more cards come out, I will more than likely take them if I'm supposed to, but for the most part, I'm pulling 1 card from each deck. I'm using the African Goddess Rising Oracle deck. I'm using the Under the Roses deck. I'm using 2 custom tarot decks that I created, and then also I'm using the Gypsy Tarot deck. And like I said, I'm taking 1 from each one. So let's go ahead and get into this. What is the energy for Pisces for December 2021? May I have the energy for Pisces, December 2021? What is the oracle message, the sign of Pisces? Thank you. Let me see here. Okay, Pisces. I'm pausing for a second because I'm pronouncing this in my head. Okay, Mbaya Nahanda is the name on the card. Mbaya Nahanda. And this is radical rebirth is what this is. Let's go ahead and read this right quick. Number 5. It says, Goddess of Radical Rebirth, Shona, Zimbabwe, Temple Ancestors, Element Air. Born around 1840, Charwe Naya Kasakana channeled a Mahandaro, an ancient royal lion spirit named Nahanda, who has been incarnated by revolutionary Shona women for at least 500 years, heralded as Umbaya Nahanda, grandmother Nahanda. So that's what, so that means grandmother, Umbaya. This great ancestress was a healer who declared war against colonial occupation. Umbaya Nahanda's guidance. Yes, you can. Stop the struggle. You can choose at any moment to start over and be reborn. Like the sun, you rise again and again. Embodiment. Dust yourself off, move forward, and go for it again. Life is about transition and change. You will fall on your face, change your mind, and need to make a comeback again and again. Release the idea that you messed up if things aren't perfect. Stop waiting to be ready. Make new choices and decisions. The declaration is, still I rise. So that is for Umbaya Nahanda for the Oracle deck. So far what I'm picking up from this is that declaration, still I rise, and I might title this reading that. So Pisces, if you have been running into a brick wall or a few brick walls lately, this is saying you need to get back up. It's not about how many times you fall down, it's about how many times you get up, is what this is saying. You need to embody, which I believe that is a poem by Maya Angelou, if I'm not mistaken. And I'm going to keep it 100. I don't follow Maya Angelou like that because I'm not really into her poetry that much. I like some stuff by her, but it's kind of But I digress. But I remember her talking about Still I Rise. With this particular card, that is the message here. You may feel like you want to quit, but this is saying that you can't quit. You need to get up again. You need to call on your ancestors. You need to call on the divine. You also need to believe in yourself. Something is saying to me that for some of you, there is a belief issue. There is a self-confidence issue where some of you do not have the self-confidence because you got knocked down. It's like, oh, I didn't get it. Okay, and let's pull it together and move on and try again. That's the whole thing. All it is, let me tell you something. When it comes to being successful, it's a numbers game. It's all about how many times you're willing to try. Some people, they may have to try 100 times. Other people, they may have to try 1,000 times. And another group of people, they may have to try 10,000 times. But as long as they keep trying and keep trying and keep trying, eventually they're going to win. It's almost like when you're playing a video game, for those who play video games. Again, take what resonates, leave what doesn't. And you're on a really hard level and you're dealing with this boss. And I'm using a video game reference because I've been playing a lot of video games lately. But you're on a really hard level and you can't beat this boss. You're not going to stop playing the game. You're going to be like, okay, let me play again. All right. I didn't get past the boss. All right, let me try again. And after the 257th time, you finally get past the boss and you go to the next level. Now, if you would have stopped at 100 times, you would have never got past the boss. You would have stayed stuck on the same level and you would have never figured out what the ending was to the video game. Same thing. I've used this as an example before with Thomas Edison about the light bulb. And not that old Thomas Edison was oh so brilliant, because quiet as it's kept, he was alright. But I'm not going to go there right now. Long story short, when he was perfecting the light bulb, it was over 1,000 times that it didn't work. So if he would have stopped at 583 and been like, okay, 583 times. I've tried this. It's not working out. Okay, forget it. It's a pipe dream. If he would have stopped, then I'm not going to say we wouldn't have had the light bulb, because obviously somebody else would have invented it or whatever. But it wouldn't have arrived at the time that it did, is what I'm saying. He decided to rise up again and again every time that he ran into a roadblock when working on this light bulb, his experiment. And that's with any type of inventor. Inventors run into roadblocks all the time. People, even people who create cooking recipes, just like with me, which I plan on talking about in one of my episodes of Listen to What I Made, where I ran into a roadblock. But I'm not going to be like, oh, well, it didn't work out the way I wanted it. It wasn't perfect, so I'm just going to stop. No, I'm going to tweak the recipe, redo it, and try again. And if that doesn't work, I'm going to try again until I get it right the way I want it. That's the message to you. You need to rise up again and believe in yourself, even if it didn't work out. That is the message. You need to rise again. Let me go ahead and pull some cards from the Under the Roses deck right quick. What's the message for Pisces? May I have a card for Pisces, please? Whoa, that flew out. Wow. Okay. The Locket. Let me read that. Number 24. The Locket. Love, romance, platonic love, family, emotions, tenderness, cherishing, joy, enjoyment, happiness, bliss, contentment, generosity, endearing, affection, passion, experiencing romance or intimacy. Okay, some of you may be dealing with love right now, Pisces. Maybe that's going back to the Still I Rise. Maybe some of you are like, you just left a bad relationship and you were like, you know what? I don't want to deal with love anymore. You like Trina, F love. For those who listen to Trina. For those who don't know, Trina is a rapper. So, yeah, you may be in that energy too. Where you're just like, you know, I'm done with love. But I'm telling you, don't give up on love. There's a beautiful song by Jennifer Lopez, which is off of her album Brave, which honestly, that's my favorite album by Jennifer Lopez. And it's called Never Gonna Give Up on Love. If this is resonating with you on the love side, because again, this Still I Rise can be related to anything. It doesn't have to be related to love. But for those where I'm talking about the love side of this, and this is resonating with you, where you're like, I want to give up, I'm tired, this last relationship wore me down, I'm done with it. Listen to the Jennifer Lopez song, Never Gonna Give Up on Love. It's off her Brave album. It's a really pretty song. So yeah. May I have a card for Pisces, please? May I have a card for Pisces for December? Okay. I'm only taking the one that fell on the floor. 3 cards fell out. 1 card fell on the floor. And I'm taking that one. All right. And then the other deck. Let me see what I have here. May I have a card for Pisces, December 2021 energy? Card for Pisces, please. Card for Thank you. Oh, yeah, somebody is dealing with the love issue. All right. First card from one of my custom tarot decks. City starts with a G. Again, this doesn't have to be you, but if you are in a city that starts with a G, or someone is in your orbit in a city that starts with the G, or you're thinking about moving to a city that starts with the G, there may be something in this message for you. The second card that came out from my other custom deck is blocked. Somebody's blocked right now. And I honestly feel like that's related to a relationship situation. Especially with the locket coming out, doesn't have to be. For others of you, I feel like you may be dealing with a blocked situation where you've tried to resolve an issue every type of way that you could. And it's like every single attempt at solving the problem that you throw, at every type of solution that you throw at the problem, or what you believe is a solution to the problem, when you throw it at the problem, it doesn't work. It's like everything you throw at it, it doesn't work. And you feel like you're blocked right now. Something is telling me that the block is going to be lifted. It's temporary. It's just the point of you, whether you want to stay in that energy or not. Don't feel like it's a hopeless situation. It's not. I'm telling you, it's not a hopeless situation. There is an answer to the problem. There's a solution to the problem. So for those of you who are dealing with something where you feel like, oh my goodness, I've tried to fix this problem all types of ways and everything comes up to a dead end. It's not over. It's not done. You may be blocked right now, but the block is temporary. For others of you, going back to the love thing, I'm feeling 2 forms of blocked, where someone may have hurt your heart and you're like, I'm not talking to this person anymore. I'm blocking them out. In doing that, or you may, because of your bad experience with the relationship, you're just putting everybody on block. You're like, nope. Somebody might be trying to get to know you better and you're like, nope, not today. So may I have a card for Pisces, please, for the December energy? May I have a card for Pisces, please? May I have a card for Pisces, please? Energy for Pisces. Thank you. Okay, that looks like 2 cards. Is that 2 cards or 1 card? It's 2 cards. Okay, I'm going to take them. What cards are these? Whoa. Okay. Yeah. Queen of Swords and the Devil. Pisces? What did they do to you? What did they do to you? Oh my goodness. Yeah, somebody blocked someone. I'm laughing at the energy. I'm not laughing at you, Pisces. I'm not laughing at you. Someone did something, Pisces. I don't feel that you're dealing with an air sign. You could be dealing with an air sign, Aquarius, Libra, Gemini, which Queen of Swords is a Libra energy. But honestly, I feel they put you in the Queen of Swords energy, and it doesn't matter if you're a male or a female. Also, this Devil energy here, where Pisces, don't... Something just told me to tell you, Pisces, don't shoot the messenger. I'm just delivering the message. I'm a person sitting here reading the tarot cards and the energy and delivering the message. You can do what you want to do. Something just told me to tell you, don't be petty. Something just told me to tell you that. Don't be petty. Don't be petty. I don't know what they did to you. Don't be petty. I'm tempted to change this to Still I Rise to Don't Be Petty. But yeah, whatever was done, let it go. Whatever was done, let it go. With this Queen of Swords showing up, I honestly feel you've kind of said all you have to say. If you haven't said it already, I'd be shocked for this energy. Now, this is for December, but of course, time, energy, all of that is fluid. If this situation arises where you find yourself going to this Queen of Swords energy, because one thing about this Queen of Swords, and this looks like a samurai sword. She looked like she could just turn somebody into sushi. She's all pretty and stuff, but she looks like she'll do something. So if you are thrown into a situation, don't fall into this Devil energy. Don't be petty. You can say what you need to say. Queen of Swords. One thing about the Queen of Swords is she's one of my favorite cards. One of my favorite cards in the deck is the Queen of Swords. Because Queen of Swords, she'll say what she need to say, and then that's it. And the thing about the Queen of Swords is when she says something, don't forget, swords is communication. So thoughts and communication is what swords are about. When the Queen of Swords speaks, what she says to you, you will feel like you got cut. That is how the Queen of Swords rolls. You will feel like you got cut. So, yeah. Regardless of whatever is going on, even if it's not romance, if it's something else, where you are thrown into a situation and you feel like it's going to bring you out of character, remain balanced. Don't feed into the Devil energy, because that's here. Some of you could be dealing with the Capricorn as well, because Major Arcana Devil energy is Capricorn. That could be happening too. But regardless of what the situation is, you can say what you need to say and be very clear. The Queen of Swords energy is very clear and concise. There is no misunderstanding the Queen of Swords. You will know exactly where the Queen of Swords stands. So say what you need to say and just let it go. And don't let it jade you. Obviously, you can be cautious in new relationships, but move forward. And the overall message is that you can be reborn no matter what is thrown at you. Still, I rise. And that's what this is about. Radical rebirth. Some of you, Queen of Swords is a divorce card, too. You might be married and you may find out some information, devil energy. And then you may be like, okay, I'm going to have to get a divorce. Maybe the person that, if it's a third party situation, maybe they were dealing with someone in a city that starts with a G. Take what resonates, leave what doesn't. But regardless, this radical rebirth, whatever you are put through, you still have the ability to rise above it. Still, I rise. And that is your message for December. kirwkc.com, main podcasting platform. This podcast is carried on Apple, Spotify, Google, iHeartRadio, Pandora, Overcast, Bullhorn, Amazon Music, Audible, and several other podcasting platforms. KIRWKC on all the social media platforms. Until next time, Pisces, be blessed.